This is everyday people. Everyday life. This is everyday people. Everyday life.
Living for tomorrow, but tomorrow's never promised. Gotta keep pushing like my momentum's never stopping. No one ever gave me nothing. No one's gonna give it to you nowadays. People looking at you like they never knew you. In your time of need, looking at you like some bad weed. Let me plant a seed and watch it grow, and it's good to you in the neighborhood where it's understood. You could take a path up to no good, to rise up like you know you should. Man, I know you could, but you shut it down. Hanging on the line of hate, boy, let me cut it down. Whatever for you clowns, got no time for your emotions. I'll be blazing in the box, 3-wheel motion. On the west coast, finger flying at the president. Never hesitant, speaking my mind, take the medicine. On the mic, better turn up the speaker, talking
everyday life. This is everyday people. Yeah, everyday life. This is everyday people. You're my brother G, why don't you tell them what you see?
There's homeless people with cardboard signs, sharply designs, trying to put the best behind like every homeless veteran. God bless all Americans, give me some more cheddar so I can be a better man. There's hope if you're born into it, or if you win the lottery, the odds are stacked against you. I guess that's how it's gotta be. Some people getting richer, some people getting desperate. When we need more unity, the people get separate. You can pull up some, but you can't pull them all. And who you gonna save when your back's against the wall? Every day, people got to struggle in this jungle. Every day, people got to struggle in this jungle of life.
Everyday life, this is everyday people. Everyday life, this is everyday people. Everyday life, life.
Yeah. From the cold winter shores of Boston to the sunny skies of San Diego and everywhere in between, coast to coast, for all the brothers and all the sisters around the world, unite.
Happy New Year. Try this, hold on. Did this? Yeah, Happy New Year. Good to see y'all. Hope you had a great one. I am a day behind, of course, just because I've been traveling, doing things. Playoff game, which, you know, went literally perfect in every way. So glad to be back. I just got home, haven't unpacked. I've been home for like 10 minutes. 10 minutes to get the stream set up from nothing. And here we are looking at Bitcoin with 11 minutes and 33 seconds to go until the first weekly candle close of the new year. Second day of the new year. So really stuck sideways, man. You didn't miss much. You could have taken off from Bitcoin and been just fine, right? You didn't have to look at it at all. But kind of interesting what's going on here at this level. A lot of consolidation, trying to hold maybe type 2 return going on in the smaller harmonic, the bullish shark. And if it does play out, I mean, if this was actually going to play out, right, then that would probably be coming next. Okay, and then, like, you know, it extends on too long and not enough bids come in, there's not enough demand, too much supply, and then eventually this is going to happen. It gets violated, and then that gives you a clear indication of where or what trend we're in. I mean, we have been in a midterm downtrend for going on, like, starting to be like 2 months now. You just lower highs, lower lows. But I mean, it's right here, about the exact same low, and the M shape. So it's kind of weird. Like, you had bullish divergence after this dump. I guess it developed, right? And then it rallied, and it started turning into like hidden bearish divergence. But then, like, I was, you know, whatever, at the airport and stuff, I'm like looking at different time scales. I'm like 4 hour, and then you got the freaking 8 hour. 8 hours, like, real chance to say that there's hidden bullish divergence on the 8 hour, right? I mean, the
Dude,
low.
thank you so much for being here. Your dedication to providing the highest quality service is admirable. Much love, brother.
Arabian Blood, thanks for the 10 Australian dollars, mate. And the first, absolute first contribution of the entire year. So, it's history, dude. Thank you. Much love. So, yeah, it is the beginning of the month. So, best time to join the Patreon is now, right? Of course, yesterday and now. So, that's like the single best way to support the channel. You get trade setups, education. You're connected to an exclusive Discord chat full of people constantly investing themselves. And
Happy everything, champion. Many blessings for seasons ahead. Weekly Steam hype, and can you look at REQ/USDT please, Surfer?
yeah, we'll look at that. Thank you, Nick. What's up, dude? We got the Australians in the house, mate. I'm gonna, oh, whatever. I mean, just say it. Like, so you got all kinds of stuff going on. You got first of the month, Patreon, best time to join. Then you got the NFT, the New Year's NFT, whatever. It will be burned tomorrow. It's over. Like, you don't get it, it's done. And I get it, man. It's like, whatever. Just telling you, those seasonal NFTs, they're there and then they're not. So even here, like on Bitcoin, like, you can definitely use your imagination to understand that you have a swing low and now another swing low that is slightly, I mean, I'm talking slightly higher than the first low, and you have higher levels of negative momentum. So that is just like, it exists. It's there. I don't know how well it's going to play out. You're still technically below the inflection points back from April. Barely. I mean, you're just hugging it now. So if you could break that, you're in great shape. But maybe the hidden bullish divergence on the 8 hour could get you there. The 12 hour also showing some of that. Well, at least on the RSI, right? I mean, you have the low, then you have the slightly higher low, and then you have the slightly lower level on the RSI. I mean, that's there. It's real. And, you know, negative momentum's waning. Pretty decent. But, yeah, again, you got to get above 48K. Otherwise, bad news, man. You can't just stay below 48K very long. Otherwise, you will end up seeing 42K real easy. It'll be a joke, and it'll be like, in the end, it'll be like, oh, it was so easy to see. There was one high, and then a pathetic second high, right? Confirmation high before the plunge to much lower levels again, because it's downtrending. All right, so you gotta pivot here, man. Like, this is it. This is it. You're either gonna have a real good beginning of the year or a really bad beginning of the year. It's all about 53K, resume bullishness. 42K, below that, resume bearishness. Pretty easy. But right now you're just... So what, you know, the optimism, I guess, the hopium is like looking at the daily. You can see yesterday there was a bullish engulfing candle. But below the 200, look at this, below the 200-day simple moving average every day. It's like literally very real resistance. I mean, 5 days in a row, touching it, failing. Traders cannot settle up above that. I know there's a CME gap too, at like 45K. So I'd imagine that could fill or something. Dude, you got to get above these two yellow lines here. And what I really it's so tough right now because there's so many mixed signals. Like, look at the daily. Hidden bearish divergence. Very, very clear on a second high that failed, right? And you dumped, right? Continuation implied. I guess the continuation has started, but is it over? I mean, is the continuation down finished here? Because it's confirming the bottom, right? Where you could just as easily as I did that double top, you could say this is now a possible development. Look, hey, we get a second bottom right here. And then you just think about that. Off the engulfing candle. Yeah, it's just tough, man. It's just real tough right now. It's whacked out. I mean, there's bullish stuff, kind of. I'm not saying like bullish. I'm saying like there are indication that a potential maybe short-term reversal could be in store. Doesn't mean we're going to moon. Just saying it could pivot here and confirm a second low, right? You get that. But at the same time, you can't be like overly optimistic because the downtrend. We've been in a downtrend, right? Midterm downtrend.
Hey Mitch. Happy New Year. Chainlink / BTC please. I think it's breaking out from the 16-month downtrend.
Oh, that sounds terrible, dude. I mean, that's great, but I'm saying 16-month downtrend sounds terrible. Jeez. 2 months of this, losing my mind, right? I'm just kidding, but 16 months. No, Chainlink's unreal. Chainlink's the king, dude. Chainlink and like XLM, like I don't care. Like if they fail, whatever. Like, oh no, it failed. But you're talking about applying traditional technical analysis, harmonic structures, confirmation lows, all those things, like they're doing them. They're doing very well things. They look a lot more clear than Bitcoin does, right? A lot less contradicting variables. The irony is, despite how good they look based on traditional technical analysis, textbooks, right? Research done, 100 years, all that. They're going to get, they're going to dump Bitcoin if Bitcoin dumps.
Happy New Year's. Can we take a look at Helmuth? 0.16015315 LTC.
Hey, Rodney man, he's assistant. He's assistant with the arms and the wrapped ethos. Yeah, I mean, we can look at it. Of course. Thank you, dude, for the supporting the stream, dude. Thank you, dude. Okay, so just kind of like all we can do here is just talk about these things because there's just a lot. That's a Bitcoin TA vomit right there. I just did it. Welcome to the new year, dude. 2022. Oh, it's the blood, man. He's Arabian.
Let's go, Nick Haslam. Mitch, I'm taking a strategic shot at BTC stop loss just below 45.5k.
Yeah, I mean, whatever. I mean, it's reasonable because below that you're going to 42k, 40k, probably maybe even lower. But like I'm just saying, there's an engulfing candle. There's like 8-hour and 12-hour hidden bullish divergence. A second low PCZ of the smaller harmonic that makes up the valley, the peak, the valley, right? And you kind of type 2 returned on that. So it's like, okay, place your shot, place your bids, take your shot, right? But if you don't have a stop loss, you better not. Like if anyone's ever going to take a shot on anything based on traditional technical analysis, you better have a stop loss. Otherwise, don't even think about it and don't even be coming here. When this thing, if it fails or something, you can't be, oh my God, it was so wrong. It's like, it's not about being wrong, right? We don't even know where this is going next, but we do know how to identify certain things, right? Based on traditional technical analysis that could help us see where this thing could be going next. And if this plays out, what it's doing right now, if it plays out, all the hidden divergence, that next, right? Yes. Fear is pretty high, man. People are sick. Okay. Sorry, these lines are all messed up because of the 4-hour or the 8-hour and 12-hour. So you saw it. It's there. Video evidence, man. Yeah, retail's dead. There's not much institutional stuff going. I mean, it's really just kind of dead right now. You got to get something. But like this, yes, it may fail, but this is technically set up very well. Even if it fails, you ain't get mad, dude. Okay. So we can move on to Ethereum. This is having a great day today. Better than Bitcoin. Way better than Bitcoin today. And similar structure. Not as good where you had the deeper retrace. This was the 886, 90%, right? And then you had Ethereum. Here it is. See the Ethereum chart, and I haven't been here a few days, but a shark, what, a 113% shark, right? Met that maximum criteria of the shark, right? 113. And so you reacted, maybe reversed, like could be reaction low, reversal low, and you're rallying now. And I mean, like, I think, right? It doesn't make any sense to be stopping here if it's doing that, especially a higher low. You know, thinking 39.53 minimum, right? Like, why not? That is it, dude. That's like the daily candle high close from September 3rd. We know looking left, there's nothing up in between here. Nothing. So, like, why not 39.53? That seems very probable. Okay. Very probable here. It's not much higher. So we have 30 seconds until your weekly candle close on all these cryptos. And so we, of course, the obligatory look on the 8s. Oh, yeah. Oh, my God. That's it, dude. Hey, we had a couple. Well, we've had multiple new patrons join. But we're gonna play Jesus Chimes first for the new week, and we'll play Jesus Chimes for the new patrons. All right, 4, 3, 2, 1, blast off. Just kidding. Thank y'all for being here. And then you got Igor, Mike Defoe on Twitch. You just joined, dude. Thank you, man. Let's see here. Let me check my notes. Gail F, Jesse L, Mo, Exodus, Mark C, Alexander H, Clorox. Maybe a few more. Thank you all for joining the Patreon. Please be sure to send me the Patreon on the Discord. Really appreciate it. You gotta do that. And that's the best way to join or support the channel. Like, you like what I do here, you want it to keep going, that's, you just say, okay, that's how I'm going to support you this month, is that. All right, thank you. So anyway, similar stuff, but downtrend, man, downtrending. You're downtrending for now, but dang, dude, okay, I haven't been able to check this stuff as well, but sweet mother of God, chat. Oh my goodness. Don't you dare ignore this. This could be, you know, in before, foot in mouth, and it doesn't play out, and we create the M shape. But my God, man, look here.
Look here. Look, listen.
Yeah, we're gonna rage about this, okay? Because it's triple, yes, triple MACD bullish divergence, MACD histogram divergence, man. The low, the lower low, the slightly lower low. And then lower levels of negative momentum. That's pretty freaking solid right there, dude. Please don't ignore this. This could be. When do we ever see triple bullish divergence? Oh, last time we saw it. Look what happened, Larry. You know.
You see what happens, Larry?
You see what happens, Larry, when you make triple bullish divergence on the MACD on the daily on Ethereum back in late July, mid-July. When it did it last time. I mean, I'm not saying this is going to happen this time, okay? Please understand that. I'm just telling you what happened last time. Ethereum appreciated in value 126% in 44 days. That's real. That's undeniable. This proof is the evidence. Look, it's on the chart. So, hey, maybe it doesn't play out. Maybe it just, you know, we broke the demand line. You know, you're below 39.50. Got to get back above that, man. And I know now, like, some people... sorry, I'm trying to clean it up a little bit. So some people are like trying to make it look like we got some sort of, like, you know, wedge structure, which I get it, man. You can see the converging price action, and it's all down sloping, which is normally bullish reversal stuff. So I mean, you combine this type of behavior with the MACD histogram on the daily, and it's all above the 200-day moving average. So I mean, well above the previous swing low. They're like, you're not in jeopardy or anything, like reversing your trend until you fall below $2,700. So I mean, this is better, still much better than Bitcoin in ways of like it has retraced way more shallow than Bitcoin. Bitcoin's down at the 886, 786 areas. Bitcoin's not showing anything like this. It's freaking good, man. I'm just saying. Okay, so let's see what happens. How much is 120% from now? It doesn't matter, right? Because it's just like, it's not going to repeat itself like literally the same. It's not going to appreciate the same amount in value, even if it does play out. We have no idea. So best you could do is just look at critical support resistance. I think first step to redemption on Ethereum would be breaking 3950. 3950 is also like pretty lined up with that, looks like downsloping resistance right there. Yeah, but just remember, I mean, like, even how amazing it looks right here, still a lot of downside inside this structure. You go to 3391 and it really wouldn't be weird. There'd be no violation of this structural development, right? So I'm just saying, like, you know, bad case scenario, which I hate bad case scenarios, but we got to talk about it always, you know, like say Bitcoin's just going to crap out again. No one wants to buy this crap. I get it. No one ever again, right? It sucks. Well, you know, you got your worst case scenario, your nightmare scenario on Ethereum is this. It's like $2,900 to $3,000. So you got some hopium you can smoke on where sellers are certainly exhausted on the daily. But then you have your terrible, oh, Bitcoin sucks and no one wants to buy the crap right now. Still, right? For 2 months, no one wants to buy it. No one wants anything to do with Bitcoin. Okay. Then Ethereum goes to 3K. Most likely. That's the next step. So I don't know. Right? Which scenario is going to play out, which will prevail. But dang, man, you just can't. It is mouth-watering. I mean, that type of divergence, you just rarely see it in uptrends. Like, it's just so inexistent. Yeah, anyway. So we're making the rounds today, right? I mean, we're just talking about things. Yeah, here's the bad news, right? And this is what I'm talking about, clown market right now, because there's just so many contradicting variables going on. I mean, like, what just happened? You know, what just happened on Ethereum on the weekly? You just bearishly engulfed and broke a critical support resistance for May and August, right? So, hey, falling wedge, divergence on the daily, but then you got your weekly breakdown, bearish breakdown here. Yeah, it sucks, man. It's just we're not in good times. Like, lots of things are contradicting themselves. You know, you want the stars to align. Stars are all over the place right now. Some stars are lining over here, and then some bearish stars are lining over here. It's really, blah, you know. But then sometimes you come in here and holy crap, everything's lined up perfectly. But it's actually kind of rare. So just pointing it all out for you, okay? Okay, so let's go to Cardano. Cardano trying to pivot here, trying to, you know, make a higher low. I don't think we have a cipher or anything yet. M shape, if you want an M shape on this, I think you need to go a little bit lower. Yeah, you got to go a little lower. You did not hit the PCZ at all. So it looks like you'll be eventually working on some bearish convergence. Nothing really sticks out. I don't see anything quite actionable on this one. You know, it's not even, or like Bitcoin, at least Bitcoin is at that PCZ. At least Ethereum's at its pattern completion zone. Like Bitcoin, this one's not. This one just, it is making a more shallow retrace. But yeah, you make a higher low than the previous low, all will be okay. You know, it's just, in the end, it's just, this is why we care about Bitcoin so much, because Bitcoin will dictate where Cardano goes next. It's pretty obvious, right? So
Hey Mitch, wanted you to see that TA you made on Harmony 1 and how it's playing out. Love it, happy new year. Stars looking good.
Alright Lucid, thanks so much, dude. I can't see the stars. It's like pouring down rain and it'll start snowing soon. But yesterday there were tornado warnings. It's like, what? Crazy psycho weather. Yeah, the weather is kind of like the crypto market right now for me. Okay. So that's Cardano. I mean, it's a good start. Hey, nice reaction at the PCZ of the major bullish bat pattern. Type 1. I don't know if we have a type 2 yet. It would be pretty cool to get a little bit lower, and maybe the PCZ of the smaller harmonic would be the type 2 return of the larger harmonic. Oh, we see that all the time. Okay, so in between critical levels, right? You know, the big levels between $1 and $1.50. You're at $1.37 right now. So, okay. BNB still okay. You know, my God, it held $500, didn't it? Created another harmonic, didn't it? Yeah. You can stay above $500. You got a good chance seeing $600, but it's just gonna do what Bitcoin does, man. And I'm just thinking here, like, do we have another freaking harmonic or something going on? Yeah, of course, just another harmonic reacting, but not really reversing. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, you're getting way too many chances here. I don't like that. I just don't think it's good to like react and reverse at the inflection point, then rally and then dump back to it. Because yeah, like what's gonna happen? Like almost no matter what is like you're gonna probably get hidden bearish divergence. You know, on BNB, it's gonna make a lower high than that high we saw on the 27th, 570, and it'll just continue downward. But again, it's dictated by Bitcoin and Ethereum, where Ethereum's showing that triple divergence on the daily. There you go, man. It's shark time. It's shark season, clearly, right? Sports holding. Okay. So let's look at, you know, your favorite.
I like turtles.
Let's look at totals. Totals is, you know, created its own little harmonic here, didn't it? Reacted. Okay, step one's okay. You know, you get back above 2.2 trillion, the high from April 17th, but you got to get above that wick high from 2.3 trillion. And then I think we'll be off to the races. It all will be really well. Remember, you had that fake breakout, the false breakout, remember? Dang, man, it's like you're trying to get right back out. Dang, okay. You see it, initial touches, and then you're breaking-ish back out. That's interesting. Yeah, very interesting here. So I don't... It's a good start, and like, you know, I'm just telling you, you can see stuff like this develop. And sometimes, a lot of times, it does usher in reversals. But then, of course, if the market sentiment is too bearish, there's not enough demand, then the asset will completely invalidate this. And that would give us all we need to know about the trend, how stupidly bearish it still is if this fails. Okay, it's our, what do they call it, the litmus test? You know, that's what it is, man. Like when you show bullish harmonics like this and they fall below their, after they react, and it's pathetic, stay below 200 moving averages, all that stuff, and you start dumping again, yeah, I mean, that's letting you know that, I mean, bullish patterns and bearish trends are not reliable and underperform. So I guess it's going to be put to the test. Come on, music, man. 3 rising valleys on total. I mean, you know, it's huge, dude. I don't know if we would, you know, 1 valley, 2, 3, hey, maybe, but dude, it's more about, see, it's all whacked out on total, the wicks on the daily and the 4 hour. Yeah, you see you're still below. Yeah, you're right there, aren't you? But this is the same thing as Bitcoin, right? Where it could end up being, like it may be, you had engulfed a couple days ago, you just indecisioned back above that. That's big, that's nice, man. Being back above that April 15th candle high close on the daily is awesome. So could be reaction, could be one low, could be a second low, confirmation low, and it's higher. It's better looking than Bitcoin actually, because Ethereum, you know, and other alts. So very, very uncertain, but you could be trying to develop something bullish. You could be in the midst of trying to, and it would be legendary. Okay, I mean, the good news is you're still below that 200 moving average, substantially higher lows than previous lows, so the long-term uptrend still definitely intact for total market cap, better than Bitcoin. At the same time, though, you're at inflection points and you're trying to pivot. You're desperately trying to pivot right now. And that engulfing candle, we might look back and be like, oh my God, man, this bullish engulfing candle on January 1st, yes, January 1st, 2022, ushered it all in. Or at the same time, no, dude, no way, because market's too bearish still. Too bearish of trend. Everyone's offloading, man. They're done with it. All right, so that's kind of all I got for you on total. The big boys. I guess we can get into. We had a couple of requests. So you asked for that, but it's like I have data on other things. Where's all the data? I mean, it's really, this is it. Yeah, this is one we were looking at. And it's like, yeah, well, I mean, it's still making higher lows, isn't it? Still making higher lows. This is Request Network, some dead S coin that's, yeah, it's uptrending, man. Just bleeding out after the buying climax and then confirming that there are less market participants that are on the asset than they did during the buying climax. And then you've continued to correct underperformance of some M shape you just see right there, failed, violated, invalidated. And now you're just sitting sideways, Paul Wallen. And you're just flirting with this August 13th level, this old high. You can clearly see major inflection points down here. I don't think you want to fall below that. You know, falling below that, so you're going to square up at like 21 cents probably and do a full reset, right? I mean, you go big old M shape. But yeah, it is literally gone sideways. It's going sideways right now, isn't it? Range bound. So maybe, I mean, like maybe it is trying to reaccumulate and reverse here. But I don't know, man. Like I see it and it's dude, this stuff just happened, man. Like you missed the big move on this one like a couple times. So it's like, you know, I think you don't want anything to do with this asset really below this. I mean, probably 36 cents, 35 cents. Because it's going much lower, because there's just very little support once you break this level that you're desperately trying to hold above, right? So yeah, range bound.
Mark Zuckerberg tipped $21.18. V/with Uniswap, please. Is my metaverse index still in a strong uptrend? 0.00555555 ETH.
I thank you for the Ethereum contribution, the 555s. And yeah, I mean, you know, there was an M shape. It reacted. Maybe it's reversing. Like, I'm not, you know, it's tough here because just the crazy move before it. I don't even know if this is formal. Was it like a Gartley or something? A Bartley, of course. Yep, it's the Bartley. The 88. There it is again, man. There's your M shape. And then nice, insane reaction right there. Sell off. And maybe now, like, you're making a higher low. And it could be argued that it's like reaction low here. Maybe reversal low. Trading view. They try to make things better and they don't. I mean, and maybe that it's trying to do that. I don't know, man. So it's like, okay, if it's looking like that, then you're freaking out below 34.8 cents. You're out. But I'm not telling anyone to take action on this. I'm just trying to, he requested it, and I'm doing all I can here, okay? To paint the picture of maybe what's going on locally after this stupid run. Like, whatever, man. You know, this thing could correct all. I think it'd be better to wait until this thing loses 88% of its value, because they all do. What, you think REQ is special? Oh, dude, it's different. It's different than all these other S coins that just do. After they pump like that, they then bleed out for a month or two and lose 88% of their value in their uptrend. I would just wait, but, you know, you can give it a shot, man. You can try, right? Thank you, Nick, again. Yeah, Bitcoin dominance hit lowest level in a long time. Today, yesterday, right? Oh, good old Chainlink, man. You know, I'd say this didn't really hit the formal PCZ pattern completion zone. I don't think it did. I think it should have gone to the 1618. Maybe it could still, but yeah, it's, you know, 1414. Some hindsight.
How much can we look at Matic, please?
Yes, we will look at Matic. Sorry, thanks. Yep. So maybe reaction low, reversal low, type 1, type 2 right there. Man, it's rallying, and we'll be soon heading for turbulence. I mean, major zone here, like crazy zone, 49.05 to 53.30 sat level. Yeah, that's big time. This was an old trade setup, legendary bullish Gartley, like ungodly, too perfect, right? But you know, trades play out, they end, and then they go sideways and dump to lower lows that they've seen since January of this year. So, but yeah, you've reversed down here. Why not again? You could, and you're starting to. And Chainlink the US dollar, way better, way better. Holy crap! It's a trade setup that is active, currently active trade setup on Chainlink, and doing just fine, man. Just made a higher low after back testing $20 as support. You gotta love it, man. So yeah, it's almost like you got the bigger harmonic, then you got the smaller harmonic. You definitely have a shark right here. It's crazy, right? Look at this harmonicception. Oh yeah, dude. That's, you know, a little deeper than 113. But dang, man, that's kind of, you just got M shapes all over the place, dude. Yep, accumulation starting to show up again. You know, but you really eventually need to break 55.17 if you want to reverse this trend, because what was the most recent event that occurred? The lowest low of this correction, right? So now what needs to be done? Yeah, you're in a rally, you make higher lows, you keep rallying, grinding on up, but none of it matters for real in terms of like trend reversal until you break 55.
$21.01. Happy New Year, Mitch and traders. Quant throwing some bullish signals. Is out harmonic on the 4 hours QNT/USD on Binance or Coinbase, 0.000445527 BTC.
Okay. Okay. We'll look at it. Thank you, Andromus. Sorry, dude. Kind of just trying to get back in the swing things. Take a couple days, few days off from streaming. You know, all of a sudden I'm not as good of a streamer as I was. And if you don't use it, you lose it. It's like a muscle. So anyway, that's your Chainlink to BTC. I guess we can just look at link to the US dollar real quick so you can see what I'm talking about. Oh, it's just perfect, dude. Like that right there. It's so nice, man. A higher low than the previous lows. Accumulation is now starting to try be confirmed. Of course, if Bitcoin just starts dumping, man, none of these S coins are going to do anything positive. They're all going to dump too. All right. So I'm just saying, $20 is not a joke. Look, man, that's August 15th, 2020 peak, right? The fact that was a resistance and you just back tested it successfully for now as support. That's when assets do that, they can oftentimes go. Right, that's like a form of confirmation, a technical indicator. Old resistance that at one time was an all-time high is now sprung back, tested it the spring, and has bounced off it. So I mean, just like good luck Bitcoin, but Chainlink looks incredible on the daily, 4 hour, weekly. They're all good, man. This is stupid good right here. Look at the size of this structure. I mean, you got like a 150-day large structure here.
Could we look at FTM, please? Thanks as always. Donation in crypto this time, smile. 0.153845000 LTC.
Thanks, Greg, man. Thanks, dude. Really appreciate it. Yes, we will look at FTM, which has been a wonderful performer comparative to the rest of this market. It's been kind of a dumpster fire, but hey, man, you know, not all hope is lost. Though there is like some bearish arguments and stuff, there's still definitely bullish arguments, which unfortunately sometimes you get that conflicting variables, and it just makes things more tough. You can't have as much conviction on it. You just have to be cautious. But you know, having a stop loss will make you be able to sleep well at night if you are taking a chance at these levels. Where I'm just saying, like, you look at Chainlink, all right. 150-day large structure, and then confirming the bottom and all that. Now making a higher low accumulation. You know what this reminds me of? And I mean, again, it can be completely wrong, all right? And you know, just because something happened in the past doesn't mean it's going to happen again. But this is like, reminds me, at least on Chainlink, this kind of just reminds me of Litecoin in September of 2020. And I'll just show you here. Where are we at? Yeah, this is it right here. I guess all my work got erased or something. Oh yeah, I cleaned it up. But yeah, I know the context is a little different and all, but man, right here, September. How large was this structure? How many days, chat? This was only 89-day large harmonic on Litecoin before Moon.
$SYLO.
But yeah, the trend, that was out of a COVID crash, I get it, but it was uncertain, man. A lot of uncertainty. Dude, I remember when I posted this trade setup, patrons literally questioned it. They're like, are you sure? Are you sure? And even though we were showing triple bullet or just standard bullish divergence at the pattern completion zone, you know, I was getting questioned on it. I'm like, fear was high. Fear was really high. And I was just like, what we're doing is just identifying harmonic structures, pointing them out. Right? And you have a harmonic structure at a pattern completion zone with bullish divergence. That's always good. So, you know, big one's kind of doing that a little bit. It's on a couple time skills. Okay, so yeah, just bringing up old stuff, new stuff. Okay, what's the next request? Thank you, Dan. Yes, we will look at that. Sure. The next request, though. Well, I get why you're requesting it for sure, man. I get why you're requesting it. This is OHM Olympus to wrapped Ethereum. Major M shape, near inflection point. Goes back to June of this year. Of course, it looks like a Bartley to me. It looks kind of worse. It looks kind of rough because it's like you could anchor this multiple ways and have valid harmonic. You know, it looks more like obvious that it would be the lower high. Yeah, see that scam wick, man. You know, so if you use the initial ones, kind of makes a little bit more sense. It's not as whack, and you got like a 100% drawdown there. And I mean, yeah, are you going for a type 2 right here? Bullish divergence, played out, massively underperformed, selling off again. Now this is the good news. The RSI is maybe, if you pivot here, you're getting that BAMM confirmation and divergence at the same time. Really good. This is a daily. Yeah, maybe that's potentially in development, and you can't. I mean, the only thing I can tell you is like lowest risk ever areas for sure. Yeah, lowest risk ever areas on OHM to wrapped either. Educational, I guess, you know. You don't want anything to do with this asset below whatever this number is, 0.0649. You're out. You done, son. But yeah, if you're talking about just range bound trading, you're at the lowest point of the range. Therefore, it's the easiest area to strategize an entry, a stop loss, and take profits. That's all TA is. Real TA. Not Rudy Poo price predictions. I know. I called this. I'm so smart, right? That's not what's taught here. This is it. Range bound trading. It's at the bottom. Great request, because it's certainly educational, because you could apply this type of analysis to any chart on any market. And it's the same thing. It's like math. Isn't that cool? So become learned by an S-coin. Wrapped Ether S-coin pair. Wow. Okay. Good stuff, man. Moving on. Very nice. Very, very nice looking chart here too. Wow, dude. Nice reset. You know, I don't come here to TVK often, but when I do, someone's applied traditional technical analysis and letting me know that they have invested in themselves and they care about it, and it's great, man. Great request. Kingsman, thank you for the 20. Certainly at that pattern completion zone. You know, and did it even react? I don't know if it really reacted. If you were gonna play this, I think you'd have to have that stop below like 16 cents. That's a lot of percentage losses, you know. Yeah, 20% drawdown before your stop loss gets triggered. Yikes. Yeah, so I mean, like, maybe you could wait for. I mean, you did bullishly engulf 2 days ago. But yeah, I mean, this isn't the area. Like, if you wanted to play a harmonic, you're at it. You know, you're at the actionable area for sure. But I just don't know. Maybe it looks better on the 4 hour or something. I already had the harmonic plotted. Whoops. Okay. All right. It wasn't visible on the daily. Okay. So here it was the last time we were here. If TA is respected, you get in a type 2 return on the 4 hour, and then moon soon if it actually is going to play out. 886-1414, great area. Very good area. And I guess like you just...
Look at chart on a section.
Come on, dude. Why? Look at 2 different charts, dude. This is the one we've been looking at, though, right? Why don't you ask me about... See, how am I supposed to know that, dude? You should, like, in the request, ask. It's not really... I mean, this more data isn't really doing that much. I mean, I just plotted that low there. I mean, yeah, it's in an uptrend. Yeah, I mean, sure. So that's good. Okay, I guess the more information, just more data that says certainly in uptrend, undeniable uptrend, full reset in the uptrend. What's the full reset in the uptrend? 88% retrace. Shoot, man, this is a 95% retrace. I'm just plotting the actual harmonic. There it is, right? One low, maybe a second low on the 4 hour. So you could be reaction low reverse. Hey, isn't Bitcoin doing something maybe like that? Well, it depends, because it's potential. We don't really... Do we know this is bottoming out? We don't quite know yet, because it hasn't done anything after drawing down one more time. All right, so this could be it. This is certainly where, in the past, it doesn't mean this time, chat, but in the past, how many countless times have we seen M shapes develop like this, reaction low, reversal low, and then moon, right? How many times? A lot, like countless times. But we also know, because we trade in the zone, right? We also understand that it doesn't mean it's guaranteed that it would play out this time, because each market situation is unique, right? Each chart is unique. So just because it's looking great here doesn't mean it can't fail or go down to 12 cents. It could. Then it could be a 113 retrace. It all depends on what Bitcoin's going to do. And Bitcoin lately has been awful. Just been terrible, dude. So yeah, either way, man. You're in an uptrend. And you're attempting a type 2. And you know what's kind of cool? I mean, this is very real. Like, it just adds to the bullish argument, at least on the 4 hour. You can see the swing low from December 20th, and now you're attempting the second low that's slightly higher than the first low. And what is that? Chat, can you tell me what's maybe trying to develop on, has developed on the 4 hour? If not for action, but for education. Tell me what this is.
RBLX at a nice line and 100% reset, currently at a 786 from previous high. Thank you.
Yeah, Eric. Thanks, man. Well, look. I'm waiting on you to answer, chat. I'm on strike. I'm on TA strike until I get more answers from you. I will look away. I will look away. So, you know. I am shun resumed. Okay. Yeah, 5 answers. Not good enough, dude. How many people got? 5 people watching, I think. Now we got almost 800 people here, so...
Bueller.
Okay, whatever. Unshunned. Yep. Class A, hidden bullish divergence was the most correct answer, right? Higher low on price, lower level on the oscillator. Imagine saying I'm wasting time. You clearly don't want to learn or invest in yourself, and that's the problem with people today, right? People don't want to know what's going on. They just want me to tell them everything, give them everything. Why don't you learn and you can do it yourself, be self-sufficient? Complaining about me wasting time when I'm trying to get other people to invest in themselves. Okay? Give me a break. It's 2022, dude. Make a resolution to not, care about handouts and care about being self-sufficient. I'm telling you, your life will be a lot better. Okay, moving on. Great look here, TVK chat. Hey. This is worth a ping, I guess. Okay. All right. So the next one was what the heck? I know it's one, right? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, well, been here before. So Harmony. But look what it did, dude. Like, look at this, Look at it. It's so good. It's like, this was a bullish Gartley pattern. Very real. Well developed. We identified it. I go and I enjoy Christmas, my family, with y'all too. Life goes on, right? I go to Dallas for New Year's and then look, it breaks out and then it back tests the old resistance from March of this year as support and has had a very brilliant bounce off of that. And now it's pulling back a little bit, but you would think that if it's gonna rally.
Stop shilling divergence.
Thanks, Egg. Thank you. Okay. So bouncing on that 200 moving average as well. So, I mean, I think you could say there was type 1 or 2. This reminds me of Bitcoin in September. I think the last time we looked at this on stream, I talked about that. Harmony looked like Bitcoin in September. The 3 lows and then the rally on the 3rd low. It's beautiful. So, I mean, if you're talking about, hey, you took action at the 786, right, at 17.5. I mean, and you're talking about aggressive targeting for a harmonic structure, like your first target's 34 cents. And then your second target is the all-time high at 37.9 cents, 38 cents, right? Those are the 2 targets. If one was like literally trading the actual harmonic and they were playing it aggressively, right? Aggressive targeting for harmonics normally are going to be the A and the C. The C and A gets you the real life T and A. It's the, our version of the Scarface. First you get the money, then you get the power, then you get the women, right? C and A gets the T and A. All right. That's Harmony. That's what's happening, dude. It's playing out, Lucid. The next one was what I have no memory of this place. If I do, I was drunk. I knew it. I had no memory of this place. Well, kind of a crazy run. It's been going well. Trying to do a full reset in the uptrend. Was a full reset in the uptrend. The 886 from the previous discernible swing low from November 9th. I don't even know if we can regard these levels over here. Dude, it was so, like, how do you even plot a trend line here? Am I going to do it like this? Okay. 0.0633 right there, that candle high close. I guess you're below that right now. But at the same time, you also have these levels too. So I think that might be your cutoff maybe. I don't know if you want to fall below 0.059. But I'm just talking about the reset. It was great. It was a, this looks like an alternate bat pattern. We don't see these alternate bat patterns often. I'm never identifying those. Dude, yeah, this is like a literal textbook, perfect alternate bat pattern. Dang, man. Yeah. What's an alternate bat pattern? 38% retrace on B. Only 38%. Not 50, not 60. 38%. Then the lower high on C. And then the pattern completion zone is like the shark, where it is between the 886 and the 113% retrace. And then Scott Carney puts emphasis on these a lot of times just go 100% retraces. That didn't happen here. That's 886, literally like the Jesus, man, right? It's just... How many times are you going to see the 886 hit before reaction to know, oh my God, these fibs are real. These Fibonacci's are so real. It's crazy. So, I mean, this didn't reverse at some sort of inflection point. No, it reversed at a Fibonacci level. Like, algorithms and bots are like set up by, like, limit buys just come in at this level.
Spot please. 4 hours time frame. Reaction from bearish butterfly and now IHS at a 786. Thoughts?
I don't know. We'll look at it. Spotify. I know I looked at that before I left for Dallas. It was okay. So you got to wonder. I think maybe you got a type 1 here. It's really tough. Did you say it was a type 2? Because it only hit it one time. I mean, I don't think we want to see this because, like, I don't think you want to fall below 0.059. But if you could get one more, right? One more. Think about that, dude. Because that would be a smaller harmonic, but it would fulfill the type 2 return. And maybe, you know, you show divergence or something down there. And I'm just talking about, like, this happens. This definitely happens sometimes. Whichever anchor point you're going to use, you just think about something like this, right? And it goes to another 886, and then it's the type 2 return. And then that's the actionable long area. So at this point, it's kind of tougher to justify a long right now. But I get it. Yeah, maybe it can try to hold above 0.059, and it just moons. But if you wanted the market to come to you, it might be prudent to see a type 2 return after a very, very nice reaction. Think about it. From that reaction low, right? The asset appreciated in value in 5 days, 26%. That's pretty awesome. So it's pulling back, and you can clearly see distribution locally going on. Look, a high, a lower high, another lower high, and you're just now making another lower high, and you just bearishly engulfed on the 4 hour. So it's just, it would be prudent to wait for a type 2 return at 0.53-ish. Whatever's, okay, this is to wrapped ether. All right. The next one was... Thanks again for everyone being here. If you're enjoying the live stream, that like button, the bell, the sub. Y'all the best. Alright, so man, this one, what a story. What a story on Matic. Where it had the, you know, crazy run, uptrend, broke out of the uptrend, is now back inside of the uptrend, and then the uptrend is signified by the upsloping trend lines, right? You see the white trend lines, and it's like at that top, and it does look like momentum might be shifting bearishly. All right, you make a high, the highest high, then lower high, and it's like, oh, it looks like a textbook head and shoulders, right? You had double bottom, then you had inverse head and shoulders, now you have possible head and shoulders. Right, where momentum shifted. Less market participants on the asset than they did before. In 244 is the neckline. 244 is the neckline here. That's the old daily candle high close from May. So, hey, if it fails, we've seen what happens. We had a trade setup, failed, potential head and shoulders can end up mooning. So just remember, the uptrend's amazing. Like, it's crazy uptrend, but maybe the luck's run out and it's going to come back down to earth and make a full reset, deep retrace. So you need to break 244. When you do break 244, you know this pattern is valid, and you could just think about, theorize something like this, and this would make sense, right? Something like this. Eventually, if that played out, this is where you'd probably be headed. You'd be headed down to the 886. But if it doesn't break that support, then it could fail and rally to all-time highs and moon. Okay, that's Matic. Potential head and shoulders, but not confirmed yet. And when you break 244, it will be confirmed. But if you never break 244, it could rally to 326, which is your 1272 fib extension, your major one, from that previous all-time high to the low of that correction. That's how you get those up there. So big ifs. All right, that's Matic. The next request. Well, we've been here. Looking pretty strong right here. I mean, looking pretty interesting anyway. What it do? What is this, chat? This is a bullish. The whole chart on at least Binance, this one is a bullish bat. But your issue, you got one. I mean, it's just like there's this zone of inflection. It's very real back from August of this year where it was resistance. It is now resistance again. You can't break it. Yeah, locally it looks like Bitcoin, right? Locally, the X, the A, the B, the C, the D, right there. Trying to confirm a bottom here. But I just don't know if you got yourself, like, if you put this on the daily, you have a type 1 return. You haven't made a type 2 return yet. You could be painting another M shape, right? But, like, I think the big threshold here is 203. You break 203 for real, you're going to 265 to 279. I mean, this is nice here. It's just, it's really struggling. It's not making higher highs. It's making higher lows though, isn't it? It's a, like, I mean, your cutoff, like, locally could be something like 170. Because if it doesn't hold 170, it's probably going down to like 148, 150, all right, to complete the M shape and the type 2 return on a more significant time scale. That's your QNT. Nice M shape though, it was beautiful. So, yeah, dude, hope everyone had a good, like, New Year's. What did y'all do for New Year's? Did anyone do anything memorable or fun with their friends and family? Or did you just do nothing at all? Did you make, hey, and also, you know, here's the question. Answer that question. But what is your New Year's resolution? If you even have one. Now, God, dude, look at QNT. I'm just saying on the 4-hour real quick. Like, look how many times the 200 moving average just rejected, like, scrubs, and it's continuing to reject it. But now the difference is you're starting to try to make higher lows locally. You are trying. So you break that for real and you hold above it, man. That's probably where everything changes. Everything turns around. You start making a deep retrace. Brad got drunk. Excellent. If you don't get drunk on New Year's, when are you ever gonna get drunk, man? Oh my God, dude. Everyone's just talking about COVID restrictions from your tyrannical governments. Wow, I'm sorry your government suck, dude. You know, you and all your local members of society can vote out those people. Oh yeah, William, man. We'll see. Andrew says he wants to grow as a person and start a family. He wants to upgrade his consciousness and spirit. Well, if you want to start a family, you know, hopefully you got a girlfriend or a wife. Normally you need those to do that. I don't know, unless you adopt or something, but good luck, dude. Baxter needs to get a job. Yeah, man, getting jobs is good. Continue studying T8 yoga. That's the ticket, man. You just spend an hour or two a day studying. It takes discipline. Put on some classical music or something and just start studying. Or whatever music resonates in your own mind. Okay. So I guess we can move on. Dang, dude, I can't believe only one person's buying that NFT. I guess it's not a very good NFT. Oh, I thought it was okay. Chainlink, I thought he did a good job. Alright, so this one I've never been here before, but and it's like really not, you know, we've had some pretty good requests today. This one, not really good because it's like there's nothing intriguing about it besides, you know, there was definitely a level here on SYLO. right? The low from May of 2020 and June of 2020 began, and everything correlated to it afterwards. So look at this, man. Go May, 1 year later. Look at all how perfectly well it was respected for big rallies. And again, in October. But then you fell below it, and then you just dumped, man. You had no bullish divergence. It was just a pump. And now you're near like the top of the range, right? Clearly, historically, you can see where the reversals have occurred. You're below 7.3 tenths of 1 cent right now. So high risk up here. Very, very high risk up here. Low risk down here. And the problem with it was you fell below it. You had made like the lowest low since March. Multi-month lows. But yeah, just one pump, and that's not really what you're looking for. We're not looking for just, it randomly pumped 100% or 60%. Okay, cool. So I would say it's not actionable based on the fact that historically, this is where major reversals have occurred. And that's it. Big yikes. Nice pump, though. Good profit taking level too, because if you're requesting it, maybe you were in on the pump, so profit taking's good here. Range bound asset. Yep. Megan, your resolutions to continue building your homestead in the new state. Where did you move to? I know you were in New York. You had a mass exodus out of New York and Cali. For reasons that are real, very real reasons. And it's not the weather. Okay, next request. This is Egg's favorite S-Coin. Not a good start to the new week. And this is where, yeah, this is certainly where you could see some sort of reversal. And it looks like you're showing bearish divergence at inflection point like that. This is FTM. Remember, it was unreal. It was perfect. This one put on a seminar of education for people that were newer to harmonics, and we covered it daily, just about. So it's like reaction low, reversal low. The reversal low was the inverse head and shoulders in itself. Beautiful. Just stupid good. Rallied. What did it do? Hit the inflection point from September 9th and just blasted through it. And then went to the next one before finally reacting a little bit. October 8th high. Flagged and is attempting a rally here, but the attempted rally kind of weak, not really going nuts. And this is where M shapes. This is how M shapes are created. The high on price. Either one of these highs on price. Then the slightly higher high with significantly lower levels on the RSI, and from this high to the next one, that's diverging too. So you're now at areas where it doesn't make sense to be taking fresh longs as you're up thrusting through this old high. You haven't held it as support. You might try, but it's down again 2% right now on the new week. What did she say? On top of a mountain? I didn't see the state. I don't know. Okay. So whatever, FTM, well off, actionable areas. You get that right. So great asset, unreal, ungodly, the Jesus. But, sorry dude, the actionable area, the pattern completion zone, the asset is 100% off of its pattern completion zone. Those aren't actionable areas if you like harmonic trading, using them strategically. Okay, you get it? Yep.
Happy New Year's, Mitch. Wishing you a safe and prosperous new year. Can you please check out Theta? Much love. 0.1369328 LTC.
Yes. Mr. Australia, Big D Australia. Yeah, we'll look. I wonder what that stands for. Big Dingo, of course, right? Next request was this. Interesting. What'd you say though? Add an ice line, yes. Yeah, I mean you are near one. Yeah, I do kind of find this interesting here, right? Let's look at it another way. We got what the. But what do we use like that? Oh, okay. So I mean, like, kind of trying to make sense of it. It's just maybe a downtrend, just a channel. Oops. I'm just screwing around here, just drawing. I don't know if it's a wedge or anything, but it did make, you know, it's trying to confirm a bottom, and it's not really showing bullish divergence or anything. But I think you requested it because you're near 92.90, which would be the cutoff, but you're kind of off of that now, right? That's kind of your lowest risk area to enter on something, but maybe 1 and 2 there. And is just right at that high from June 3rd, the top of the old textbook bullish Gartley. Look how this thing finally came back for a type 2 kind of right there, right? Before it mooned. Wow. So, I don't know, man. Just trying to look at it a different type of way. And maybe it's just a downsloping channel, really. That's all it is. So, maybe it's a potential dragon. You could look at it like a potential dragon. And maybe you're near the spine of the dragon. You got the 2 feet in the uptrend for sure. But you don't want anything to do with this asset below $93. I mean, you just no. But yeah, decent request, because maybe you could look at it like this. Okay.
Can we look at Hex, please? Thanks, Mitch. Happy 2022.
So be mindful. Yeah, sure. Thank you, dude. Yes. So, all right, if you wanted to target here, say you were going to look at it like this. You're like, okay, that's great and all. Thanks, dude. But how do I, like, what are my targets? If you have a dragon like this that is not broken out but might, what if it does? It's easy. I mean, a lot of you already know. It's dragons are like 618s and 786s, right? That would be your first target. If this played out for real and it broke the supply line and didn't continue to correct, first target 123, 618. Second target the 786. So there you go. That's it. That's how you target for dragons. It's like the same thing. Some play out, some don't. Right. So this could easily fail. But if it does play out, these are the levels where you take profit. Bueller, do you understand? Are we cool? Are we cool? Sweet. Moving on. Nice, decent request though. It's not a bad one. Oh, is this the Pelosi pump thing? Okay. Oh yeah, this is the one I looked at last week. Let's see if. Oh yeah, dude, this one was nuts. Okay, this one was amazing. Oh god, it was so perfect too. Ooh. I mean, so you know, it is range bound, to say the least, right? Range bound. I'll plot this too. Hold on. Annoying. Oh, I already have it. Nice. Yeah, dude. You see the range, chat, right? Don't think you can identify a harmonic here, but I would say that it'd be class B hidden bullish divergence, where you made about this exact same low and you made substantially higher levels of negative momentum, lower levels relative strength. Yeah, you have class B hidden bullish divergence at the ice line at the bottom of the range. But I prefer you get some classic divergence down here, because it has reversed a little bit, but not by much, right? And it's not making higher highs yet. So the lowest risk area is going to be like $212, right? Highest risk, $299, $300. So I get it. Maybe it is. Yeah, it looks kind of possibly like an alternate bat. Is it an alternate bat, man? Yeah, pretty much. That is an alternate bat pattern. Scott Carney would be pleased. Yeah. Be a alternate bat. There you go. Kind of orange because of basic attention tokens theme. 100% retrace. There you go. So maybe type 1, type 2 on the daily.
Can we check out SNX?
Yes, if you want. YouTubely. This was a shark. These are both sharks, right? No, that was the hold on. It's pretty though, isn't it? Isn't it like just this was the butterfly, the bearish butterfly. So there you go, dude. So it was it was an alternate bat into a butterfly into another alternate bat. Wow, interesting. But it's all happening after the buying climax, so it's no longer making higher highs, higher lows. It's now making lower lows, lower highs. So yeah, type 1, type 2, but below the 200 moving average. I think if you break 245, that's it. It's probably rolling. It's probably going to the top again, but it hasn't done that yet. It's only making a lower high than the previous on the 4 hour. And just some hidden bearish divergence on the 4 hour RSI, right, where you make a high on price and then a lower high on price with higher levels on the oscillator on the RSI. Look, right, that is hidden bearish divergence right there. So that is implying a continuation downward, at least on the 4 hour. So maybe you get back down to 212 and you get a better looking confirmation low or something. But that's about it for Spotify near those levels. Interesting, but again, things aren't the same. Like, you're not making the higher highs, higher lows. You've now just made the lower highs than the previous high, now then lower lows than the previous lows. But I guess now you're trying to make higher lows locally than that first low from August. It's interesting. It's a pretty interesting chart. A lot of questions, right? A lot of questions. Let's see. Next one, while Bitcoin sucks, down $250 in the new week. It's just then no one's buying it, dude. Like, just no one cares about Bitcoin right now. There's just not enough. And Asia only sells. And guess what? Every time I go live, what do you think's happening? Asia's waking up and they only sell crypto now. They never buy it. So you could never even, you can't expect anything, but you certainly could never expect Bitcoin to pump around this time ever anymore. My God. It's been that way for like 2.5 months now. You say inverse head and shoulder, but I don't see that really yet. It doesn't look like really full. Where's the right shoulder? There isn't really one, dude. Okay, next one. Old Theta, it was the dragon. Remember that time we just looked at an asset that was showing a potential dragon? Then we identified another kind of dragon here. Broke a supply line, confirmed a bottom at an inflection point. Very nice. And what did it do? It rallied to the next level. Gotta love TA when it plays out, right? And has sold off, lost about 50% of its value from that low to high. And I don't think there's anything actionable right now. I think the actionable trade happened. It's over. It played out. Like, literally, that's what would have happened. One would have longed on the confirmation low as it began to rally. Engulfing candle was down there too. You were at the lowest risk area to take a long. Then you broke the supply line, and then it rallied, and your target would have been 587. Right, and that's it. So there's no like fresh longs and stuff right now. Like, this isn't a really good area at all to too long, right? If you talk about inflection points, you want to long at the bottom of the inflection point, not in the dead middle of it. Yeah, I get it. There's a local level here that it's trying to hold above, but it's not the major one. Right there. Yeah, 484. No, I'm sorry, 472. So I mean that's there, but I don't know. Like just to me, I don't see anything that really sticks out as like, oh, it's time to long. No, you had your chance, and this was identified, and all patrons were pinged on this, and that's all I can do is when it's there. Okay, now I don't know, dude. The thing from the PC or not PCC, but from that second low at the inflection point, the asset rallied over 53% in 6 days. That's as good as you're getting, man. And this market with Bitcoin doing this clown market with Bitcoin. That's incredible. But you can't be like just long on these assets and not be taking profit in these market conditions. This is not number go up market anymore. Do you understand? This is if you identify a technical structure that sound fray long, you better have profit taking levels and you better take them. You better not just like, oh, I'm not going to take profit because it could just keep going. Stupid. With what Bitcoin's doing, stupid. You got to take profit, man. Okay, next request. Decent amount today. First of the new year. First stream of the new year. So I think this is still very valid. Hex has been taking a beating the past few days, but you know, again, this is still a valid structure till it falls below 12.6 cents. Good. It's coming to maybe back test the old 17 to 20 cent area. I really don't think you want to fall below that. I mean, that's kind of the cutoff there. I think the eventual target could take you to 46 cents, 47 cents. But yeah, but remember, last time we were here, said it. You're going to get ups and downs, tons of ups and downs, okay? Can you be surprised that Hex reversed bad at a level of inflection that has been plotted here for months, literal months, like over a quarter? This line, you know this gray area has been here. So that's exactly where it reversed. And that was like, you know, it made sense as a target. Oh, yeah, it's an inflection point. This is where major reversals can occur. It majorly reversed because before it rallied and was up 190% in 3 weeks. Sometimes when that happens, you're going to get pullbacks. You're just at the 200 moving average again. Right, so, I mean, it's all, maybe it's an M shape, dude. Maybe a little mini M shape there. Okay, I could see it on the 4 hour and on the daily. But, yeah. Yeah, just make a higher low than 12.7 cents and it'll all be good. I mean, eventually, you know what's going to happen, right? If you do that, if you do make a higher low than that previous low, hidden bullish divergence will certainly develop on the MACD histogram. And then a continuation will be implied, but that's just a little too early. You got to wait for some more candles. We need probably about five more candles. So that's like 5 more days to a week. And maybe then we start pivoting, making a higher low, maybe an engulfing candle, something, and then you start losing the negative momentum, right? You lose the negative momentum, and then you could say, without a doubt, hidden bullish divergence. Just hadn't happened yet, all right? Okay. That's X. Happy New Year. This is HiUOK's favorite S coin of all time. Oh my goodness. Ooh, I like this, man. Wow. You kidding me? Okay. You got yourself a spring back test of spring going on, SNX. Come on, major level inflection right here. From June. You fell below it. Oh no, we're screwed. But then you rallied. You sprung the action of the spring. And then when you come back to it, you back test the spring. Nice and golden candle. Higher low to so maybe accumulation and development has happened. It's being confirmed here. And I don't think it makes any sense for this asset to reverse here until it gets to 744 to 790. Okay, that's your target. August and September of 2020. Which is not 2021. That's way back. I'm just talking about this is the zone. The next level of inflection, man. It's probably where it's headed from here. And at that point, this is exactly where it could reverse violently. The downside downtrend continues. But you got to think here. This is kind of crazy, right? Scott Carney would probably be like, this is a type 2 major return. The major type 2. 1. You don't know. It reacted, right? It never reversed. Type 1 is the reaction low. Type 2 is the reversal low. You reacted. You finally, maybe, are type 2ing. On the daily, by the way. This the daily, type 2, man. Possibly. So I think target from here, 790. If you ever break 790, you're going to 1350. You could almost double in value. But that's your target from here. You're the SNX requester, YouTubely. 744, 790. If you ever break that, 1350. Insane. All right. That's it. That was the last request too. Let's go. Been live 1 hour and 30 minutes. If you're enjoying it, hit the like button, that bell, a sub. If you want to support the channel, the best way to do it is by either buying the NFT that's in the chat box, or you can just join the Patreon and you get the trade setups and all that stuff, and you get pinged on awesome, tasty looking charts across all markets and charts only. So let's go, Donald Duck, man. Thank you, dude. Wow. That's the first $50+ contribution of the year, except White Slipper that bought the NFT.
Rocka/USDT major S coin supply line may be developing something. Makes me wanna long. Happy New Year, party popper.
Thank you, Donald Duck. Much love, dude. We'll go to it right now. Okay?
Bow to your sensei. Bow to your sensei!
Imagine anyone ever buying Bitcoin again. I mean, it's just crazy. It's like, it looks okay. But then at the same time, you gotta have buyers. Okay, I guess I'm looking at this on CoinX or something. This, I don't know, dude. I don't know, man. There's gotta be more data, right?
Dixon Butts tipped $25. Good afternoon, Mr. Midray. Happy New Year. I hope you had a good New Year kiss. Let's look at Wavesuck, please. 0.00053120 BTC.
Thank you.
What if Asia created Bitcoin and they're rug pulling the whole thing? Duh.
Well, I guess it's been nice knowing y'all, I guess, right? I don't know. That's quite the conspiracy theory. Thank you, dude. Oh, so this is like too deep for Harmonic on Radio Kaka version 2, the V2 rocket of Radio Kakas, I guess. It's decentralized. What a joke. I don't know, but if you anchored it differently, if you anchored the literal bottom here, though, it's kind of closer to being valid. 88, dude, what is this about 886s, huh, chat? I mean, how many times we got to see it? Type 1 return, you'd wait. You would need to wait. You wouldn't touch. This is the daily, too, so this could take like a week. But you want to see 1.9 tenths of 1 cent again. That's where it'd be actionable. Oops. At that point, maybe you get divergence or something, but that you don't take action right here. You would wait for confirmation. Yes, that's it, dude. You would wait for confirmation. There's a swing low from October 19th too. You would wait on Rocka. Okay. What more do you want? So we'll go to waves now. Remember that time there was an Mitch Reyes coin on Waves platform created by somebody? Dang, dude. Dang, not bad. Waves, been a while, but I'm actually digging this right here. Okay? Just cleaned it up completely. I like this.
CSPR on OKEX. Most data. It's the Gartley.
It's the
Hope
Gartley.
you had a good time in my hometown.
Oh, I did, man. It was magical. Everyone's so nice, too. You know? Everyone there, very, very nice. Even the Cincinnati fans. Can you believe it, dude? Yeah, they were classy. They were just happy to be there, though. I mean, it was cool. I mean, I celebrated, like, I was with my group and, you know, my dad and stuff, and we were, like, trying to get somewhere nice to get a drink for the ball drop, and, like, we ran into, it was like a hotel full of Cincinnati people, and we just noticed, and, like, oh, my God. Well, we drank and celebrated with them, and they were nice. They didn't cause problems. It was all was well. So, what do you think, chat? Waves, 88% retrace. Certainly. Do we need to just plot the M? Will we plot the M? Okay. Either one, because they're the same. It's the Bartley. It's the 618B and the 886 on T. How many times? A million times. So this is definitely, and you know, I think you do have some supports down here, but if you're playing like harmonics and stuff, I think it's a little too perfect on ANC as well. I think it's like way too, it's like literally too perfect to even call it a Bartley, because it's like literally a 100% retrace on ANC. Normally you want that discrepancy so you know how to identify the harmonic, right? Because there are characteristics that give you discernible different harmonics, M shapes, W shapes. So definitely at 886 though, that's like value perceived area. You were definitely diverging down here, but it hasn't really turned into much, has it? But I think you're continuing to diverge, right? You just keep making higher levels row of strength on the daily. Yeah, waves is pretty good down here. Waves is pretty freaking good down here, man. So we can't say it's a formal and a harmonic because the A and C are too perfect, but you don't just take away the harmonic and just use your traditional Fibonacci to know we're at a value perceived area. And it's the X, the A, the B, the C, the D. It's wave analysis, right? And your divergent down here is pretty cool. I mean, of course, it's going to be beholden to Bitcoin. Like, it's not going to do anything. It's going to be bearish. It's going to dump if Bitcoin dumps, right? It will. But if Bitcoin just doesn't dump, I mean, waves could have a tremendous amount of upside on it. It just could. And I think your target, your major target, like where it's equitable, if you were like trying to set a stop somewhere below like 1180, you would have to probably take profit at $32. So it's almost like you're talking about not just an M shape and stuff and some divergence. You're talking about like a range bound trade where you're nearing the bottom of what could be considered the bottom of the range, right? And then your tops up here at these levels where traders set it up, their highest point September 12th. And it's 4.3 to 1 reward risk. I mean, this is a way to look at it. Okay, it's in an uptrend, undeniably. And now you're creating this M shape in this uptrend. It's pretty awesome, actually. So waves making a splash. Look at this. Dang, man, this old demand line back from October 2020 and January of last year. And you're below it now, but just something to look at. I don't know if it's there. You broke it. But yeah, this is a great looking asset. Okay. Lower risk areas. Yes. Not at high risk. High risk up here. Low risk down here. Low risk meaning like it, you know, you're near levels where you can strategize the entry and the stop loss. That's it. Okay, waves. Pretty freaking interesting here. We've been here. Okay. We've been here, man. This is Casper Labs. And trying to make higher lows. There's maybe a demand line here. Oh, well, that demand line. Yeah, that going. I like it. I like how it trying to make a higher low. It looks like it's trying to double bottom. 4 hour probably looks amazing. Let me get rid of this Fibonacci. Maybe. I mean, again, it's like range bound. It's like Bitcoin. So it's like, you know, actually the daily looks better on right here locally. The 4 hour. It's just a little rectangle, a little bearish rectangle. So where do you swing low though, right? I think you would have to swing low September 26th. And so we know what that means. There could be a little more downside. There could be a little more downside. Like, yeah, we're holding right now is like deep retrace from that low from October 27th, but I don't know, man. This one's like, you know, there's a lot of questions, right? If I did the M shape, it would be like probably 9.53 cents would be a better area to try to strategize a stop and an entry. But you get what I'm talking about, rectangle, right? Look here, listen. It's just a rectangle, man. Measure moves both ways. There it is. There's your rectangle. So it breaks down. You got measure moves one way or another. Okay. It keeps making higher lows, but That's it, dude. It's not really that great. It's okay, though. It's like, you know, you say Gartley, though. He said it's the Gartley. Okay, let me plot it. Let me see it. Let me put it to the test. Okay, 618. Damn, man, you're right. That is Gartley. That is Gartley. I mean, from that low to this low, it's a 618. Perfect. And this is the 78. It's okay. I'm gonna take it back. This is at the pattern completion zone of the bullish Gartley. Dang, man. It's pretty good. I think your stop loss still would want to be below 9.5 cents though. Dang, dude. But I got issues, man. I got big issues with assets that hit pattern completion zones of harmonics and just go sideways like this. Remember, this is exactly like ICP. Yeah, just like ICP. It just kept, it was the 30 bar play, right? Where it just kept rectangling and eventually broke that support and dumped to much lower levels. And you think that 886 could be a better area. But yeah, good identification in the Gartley. It's real right there, right? Yeah, that was the last request. So let's go back to Bitcoin for a second. So the TA is respected, at least on the 4-hour harmonic, right? If 46K-ish can hold, you could go to 53K here. At the same time, if there's no bids and the downtrend, the midterm downtrend, which is intact, if that continues, then you will be seeing 42K this year, like sooner, right? Rather than later. Because, you know, it's like how you know. I mean, you're trying to hold this support that's been created kind of recently since December 4th. But then, like, at the same time, you're below the levels from April of 2021. You're not above them, and you're struggling tremendously, and you're only making, like, lower highs. You just no bids, and Asia only sells. So like half the world is selling desperately, and the West is just propping it up for now. I don't know. And then eventually they'll run out of Bitcoin, you'd think, right? But for now, I guess they still have enough to just keep selling and dumping. Pretty much with a gun to their head, you know, communist China, the government, man. They got a gun to the people's heads, so you bet you there's no place for Bitcoin in East Asia, or at least in China. Talking about like 2.1 billion people. Yeah, that's a massive part of population of the entire world. That's not good, really. So, but it's like a short-term thing. It's like or a mid-term, short-term pain. It sucks for now because, yeah, there was so much hash rate there. Like 60% of the world's hash rate for Bitcoin was there until they banned mining. Now it's, you know, completely recovered, hit all-time highs. So yeah, I think it's like maybe there's just supply they have and they're selling it, offloading it because they're poor. And the Evergrande situation, like they're going through their own global financial crisis 2008 over there, you know, so I get it. But it just depends, man. Like a lot of contradicting variables, so it makes it really tough to determine where Bitcoin's going next, man. It's just like that. But I'll tell you, the trend is down. It's bearish trend right now. It's been that way since we made a lower high in mid-November, and here we are in 2022, and you're just barely hanging on by a thread. This $47,000 level created on the 4th of December, trying to hold, trying to react and reverse with an M shape, but there's how? Like, how can it go up if Asia only sells? And what time is it right now? It's Asia's well awake. They're not going to stop selling. I mean, I hope they do, but you got to understand where we are. It's really tough to determine where we go down to 42K next or we go to 53K next. Like almost a coin flip based on how contradicting all the variables are. Okay, so I'm not calling anything. I'm just telling you the outcome. If there is not enough demand, too much supply, you go to 42K next, or at least 43K. If there's if it actually, this M shape's real and it's not a joke and doesn't get violated, then you probably be going to 53K next. So it's just, that's it. That's all I got for you.
Jacob tipped $22.59. Hey Mitch, can we take a look at Katie Kadena please? Or should I say Kadena? Thanks for the knowledge in NFTs. I might be picking another one up tonight for the collection, 0.150000000 LTC.
Appreciate it, Jacob T. I mean, you would be... I mean, I'll be burning it tomorrow sometime, so it's like you and one other person will be the only people that own it, right? I got there are 13 left for sale, and White Slipper is the only one that bought it. So it's like, hey man, if you want the exclusivity of this, it'll be gone tomorrow. So just, you know, thanks for the consideration and bringing it up. Okay. Jacob Twitch, I see you, man. Thank you, dude. Let's see here. Cadena, man. Kind of been a minute, I think. Yeah, I mean, momentum shifted beautifully, right? Like, look at the Momo shift, man. The higher lows. And then it rallied, and what did it do? It hit a level of inflection, up-thrusted, and failed. Now I don't like it so much. Like, I don't think go much lower. I don't really see why right now would be amazing for a reversal. I don't think it makes that much sense. So below the 200 moving average again, dead middle of outer space, right? It's just kind of like straight up, straight down, straight up behavior. The oscillators don't look intriguing at all. Like no, I wouldn't be touching this right now so much. Yeah, I wouldn't. That's it. That's like, I've just, you know, it's either got it or it doesn't. If it doesn't have it, then all we can talk about are the levels, the major levels of inflection, right? If it does have it, we'll talk about all the things that it's doing that all are converging, all the converging variables that are all saying the same thing. It's not doing that right now. So I think it could have some more downside. And if Bitcoin dumps, oh, bye-bye. I'll see it at $8.30 when Bitcoin dumps, right? It's just hard having faith, man, in Bitcoin right now. The price action's terrible. It is terrible. Chop City, man. Clown market. It's like there's like bullish divergence on different time scales, and there's bearish divergence on different time scales. It's gross. All right, so I'll leave y'all to it. I really appreciate the likes, love, support, contributions, everything in between. Be sure to join the Patreon if you want to support this stream for real. You know, get the charts and all that, and the trade setups, and the education, and the exclusivity to the premium Discord, all that stuff. And then, you know, that's it, dude. Supporting the team. So it's supposed to snow tonight for me, so but it's not going to stick, of course, because it never does. But I'll just be back, and thank you all so much for the great homecoming stream. And the first stream of the year, I think it was good. What else could we ask for besides a Bitcoin pump? Well, you know how that is. So I'll be back. Until next time, respect the TA.